right, welcome to Torah Therapy Time. Good Shabbos, good Shabbos. This week is Parshat Yisro. Shabbat Yisro starts after 210 years in slavery of Egypt, of the worst kind, which we spoke about last week. The Jews finally get to the river. Nachshon jumps in up to his nose, and finally God splits it open and the Jews follow. Check this out. It took 7 days from leaving Egypt till the Jews got to the sea, and it took Pharaoh 1 day after God hardened his heart to chase after the Jews. It took 1 day for him to catch up. 50 days after leaving Egypt, from the 49 out of 50 levels of impurity, of Tumah, they received the Torah. That means they were on the lowest of the low, just one more level below, and they say they wouldn't have been able to make it out. It would have been too much. And only 50 days later, they grow and they reach the unattainable, which is attainable, obviously, but they reach and they go and they're there, they're feeling the thunder, they're feeling the lightning, God's voice is calling out to them, and the mountain and the flowers and the lightning. Oh, what a surreal experience. We can only imagine. And what happens? What happens after they receive the Torah? Moses goes up to heaven, and he brings down the tablets, he brings down the luchot. And the Jews miscalculated. The beautiful nation of Israel miscalculated. And the Medrash says that Satan took a vision of a bed in the sky, representing that Moses is not coming back. He's in heaven and he's staying up there. And they say they only miscalculated by 6 hours. A small point to add on is that Aaron, Moses' brother, saw that they were dedicated to making this calf. They were dedicated to creating the golden calf. So what did he do? He's given them ideas to try to just stretch out the process, wait a little bit longer till Moses comes back, and hoping that he'll come back in time and this won't happen. They go to the women to get some gold off them, with their earrings, their necklaces, with their bracelets. And the women who are the strong holders of the nation. Men, we have to put on phylacteries, we have to put on tefillin every day, we have to ground ourselves, and women have that spiritual beacon of light where, what are they doing? They're lighting candles for Shabbat. They're full of light. So it's just a beautiful point how important the feminine aspect is in Judaism, the real feminism. So they create the calf, they start ripping off the earrings, they throw it all in the fire. Moses comes down, and he can't believe his eyes. He was just up there with the highest of the high. His face is beaming of light, and he sees his beautiful nation, and they're worshiping something that they created, and they even threw God's name into it to make it real life. Like, what the heck? They were on the highest of the high. Do you know how high they were? Check this out. The nation of Israel was so high at that point that they were as pure as Adam before he sinned by eating of the tree of knowledge. How much more high can it get than the first human being pure and being right after that point, which is absolutely incredible. But check this up. Moses goes back up there, and he goes back up there and he's saying, God, Father in heaven, Master, Creator of the world. And God is pissed. God is like, no, we are destroying them. This is it. I chose you guys, and this is what you're doing right now? And Moses is there, and he's like, God, we screw up. But you're the master of forgiveness. You're the master of kindness. You're the master of everything. God, these are your children. Don't forsake them. And Moses comes back down, and the Jews accept the tablets with the 10 Commandments, which so beautifully is said in this week's Torah portion. 40 days, 50 days, from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high, screwing up again and again and again. Then what happens? What happens? They send the spies. They send the spies to check out the nation of Canaan, which was Israel, before it was called Israel. And they start making up these stories and fear and scaring the nation. And we had to stay in the desert for 40 years to reconcile for that. But even then, that time, that was 1,000 years before the prophets, before all the famous process of the Jewish nations were. And just imagine that level of even with screwing up again and again and again. And we keep on growing. We keep on growing because this world is not for letting go. Oh man, I fucked up. Oh man, it's all over. No, it's not all over. Baby, you're still alive. You're still breathing. Then you can still rock. And it's all God's plan to fall. And in that way, we can truly appreciate redemption and Mashiach when the third temple is rebuilt. So, fixing, growing, and following our purpose. Here's a little nice thing from the Slana Rebbe. Number 1, leaving Egypt. Number 2, crossing the sea. Number 3, accepting the Torah, which represents the 3 meals that we eat on Shabbat. Which the third is accepting the Torah. So many people forget to eat that third meal, but guys, it's freaking crucial. Accept it. Accept the Torah. When we're making kiddush and we're blessing God's name on Friday night with that cup of wine, that cup of grape juice, whatever it might be, we're taking part of His creation. We are being a co-creator of the world, which is why right afterwards is the time we bless our children. Because we're up there. We're connected. We're with Him. Woo! All right. Let's keep on going. It's all a battle. It's all a battle. That is life. And the bigger souls we got, the bigger evil inclinations we got. Because it got to be even. We got to keep rocking, and we fall, and we rock, and we fall, and we grow, and we learn from our failures, and we keep on growing through consistency, through actions, and through letting go and letting God of what we can't handle. Okay, so my beautiful son, Ovadia, this amazing, beautiful boy who is on the spectrum, which is also incredible, and he's got this incredible soul, and he brings up death a lot, and we talk about it together. We don't shy away from it. And we talk about how we have faith, and we know that this world is just temporary, and we are prepping ourselves in this war zone for the world to come. In the war zone is where a soldier, a private, can become a general so much faster in the action when there's not the opposite, when there's not action and everything is cool and chill. When we're going through this war zone, we have the power to go, to fall, to go, but to grow to such amazing heights. And this is our chance to do it in the world we are in, because once we leave and once our bodies stay in here behind and our souls are reaching there, there's no more highness that we can attain. That's it. We are what we are. Yes, there's fixing, correction of the soul, but that's it. We just had this amazing, amazing holiday of Tu B'Shvat, which is kind of like the birthday of the trees, right? And why the heck are we having the birthday of the trees in the middle of the winter when there's no fruits? It's not bearing fruit. It's not, oh, beautiful. Oh my God, let me pick this. Let me eat this. Oh, it's amazing. No, we're celebrating the work. Those trees are doing the work. Sure, it's nice and beautiful in the summer, but we notice the journey, and that is the time to celebrate it. We celebrate the journey we're on. We celebrate those small victories that we go through. We celebrate the goodness that we got, and we are grateful for it, and we keep on going. Guys, there is so much to take from this week's portion, and all of us have different souls, and there's different things we can grasp onto and take out of it, internalize for ourselves. But just remember this, if I can leave you off with one message, it'll be this. From the lowest of the low to the highest of the high in under 2 months, our lifespan is usually a lot longer than that. So no matter how screwed up things might be, no matter how crazy it might feel, no matter how lost and lonely and tired and wiped out one might be, remember that the past does not dictate our future. The abuse you may have went through, the toxicity in your family, your friends, and relationships does not define you. Unless you do nothing, then it does. But this life is not about doing nothing. This life is about growing and being the ultimate warrior, the ultimate rock star, the ultimate soldier, princes and princesses of God that we can be. Because God doesn't have grandchildren. We are all his beautiful children. He doesn't distance ourselves like grandchildren. We're all this love. He loves us so much more than our parents love us, which is a crazy idea because, I love my kids so damn much and I would do anything in the world for them. And to think that God loves them more than I do, what a trip. And that means God loves me more than my mom and dad do. No matter what the relationship was with your parents, whether it was good, whether it was bad, know that you got a Father in heaven who's absolutely nuts about you, who is crazy about you, who gives you life every morning. And we say thank you because you believe in us. And if we're doubting ourselves, what kind of BS is that? And you're saying, God, no. This is not a good investment. This is BS right here. I'm done. I'm finished. You do your thing. I do me. No, God does not make bad investments. You are pure. You are beautiful. You got amazing fucking potential, and it's pure and it's holy, and you are holy. So take a breath. Get in touch with that beautiful godliness. And I'd like to give you all a blessing. Yisimcha Elohim, ki Ephraim v'Menashe, ki Sarah, Rivka, Rachel v'Leah, yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka, yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May be blessed, may you have peace, and may you love yourself and know how truly worthy you are. And when you forget to, know that there's a higher power, master, creator, ultimate, everything, who is infinite and who is just nuts about you. Shabbat Shalom, Megid Shabbos. Holy brothers, holy beautiful sisters, Megid Shabbos. May your Shabbat be full of peace, full of serenity, full of closeness, full of love. And may you rest on this day. May you rest on this beautiful day. A last tip that just came to mind is that when Adam ate from the tree, if he would have waited for Shabbat and eaten from the tree of life, from the Eitz HaChayim, then he would have been permissible to eat from the tree of knowledge. It can seem crazy. It can seem insane, this journey. But keep up with that consistency, because sometimes we're just that close to there and we give up. And we don't need to give up. We just need to be kind to ourselves, support ourselves, be good to ourselves, and keep on rocking. Shabbat Shalom, beautiful folks. May you keep rocking.